Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another 2019 album to talk to you about today, and that is the latest one from the band Meathook, entitled Crypts, Coffins, Corpses, and sorry for the really dark artwork there and the glare. I'm really fighting it this morning. So yeah, this is, as I said, the brand new 2019 full-length album from the band, released on Unmatched Brutality Records. It is 9 tracks, clocking in just a little over 31 minutes in length. Prior to this, they had 2 albums, Infernal Torture from 2008 and 2012's Facing Deformity. So it's been 7 years since we've had a new album from these guys. And if you're not familiar with who Meathook are, they are a brutal death metal band from Phoenix, Arizona that formed back in 2007. The current lineup consists of Johnny Gonzalez on drums, Robin Mack and Aaron Gonzalez both on guitar, Marcelino Mars Gonzalez on vocals, and Elliot Thomas on bass. Now, he is not listed in the Metal Archives in the current or even former members of the band. So I'm sure he's still in the band. I mean, he may not be on there, but he is in the booklet and in the band photo, so I'm assuming he is still in the band. Now, on to the album. Anybody who knows me or has interacted with me enough knows that I am a huge geek. So the fact that this album starts with a Lord of the Rings intro automatically made it awesome in my book. It starts with an intro of Sauron saying, "I see you," and then it kicks right into the death metal. And yeah, like I said, that automatically made it awesome in my book. What I love about Meathook, though, is that they're a brutal death metal band, but they have a very old school vibe to them. Most modern brutal death metal, as I stated before, usually has like an ass ton of blast beats and things like that, but there's not really a whole lot there. The drums on here especially give it that old school feel. There's lots of cymbal crashes, some really good fills and rolls, lots of double bass work. It's never just a constant barrage of double bass either. He does a lot of single kicks, and then he switches it up to double bass parts. And that's another thing about a lot of modern brutal death metal is that you get a lot of them that they do not only constant blast beats, but it's constant double bass, and never really varying it, which is fine. I do enjoy that style, but it's cool to see in a more modern brutal death metal band taking an old school approach to everything. Excuse me. The bass isn't as audible as I normally like on a death metal album. It's kind of buried under the guitars a little bit, but it's not too bad. You can still make it out, and when you do hear it, though, it's got a real nice thick tone to it. So again, really solid backbone to all the songs. I really did enjoy the guitar work on here, though. It's a very good mix of straight picked guitar playing and some tremolo picked. And it has those, nice heavy chuggy parts that's just, standard for, death metal. I didn't really notice any real guitar solos on here. And what I like about this, the way that these guitars are played, it creates what I like to call the vortex of violence, I guess you could say. And that it just threatens to suck you into the chaos of the music. And I really love that aspect about it. And at times, they even have a Mortician feel to the way the riffs sound and just the way they're played. And of course, being a big Mortician fan, that's good in my book. Now, the only real quote-unquote calm moment is the intro to track 7, Disseminated Remains, which has an almost apocalyptic horror film feel to it. Especially, just the way it sounds, and then especially when you get the lady that comes in and does these, operatic vocals like, and then kicks back into the death metal. So that's really the only kind of slow down moment you get with this album. Vocally, there's not a whole lot of variety here. It's, mostly a real nice low growl mixed with a roar type vocal. The songs Awakened by the Stench and Coils of Entrails, which are the last 2 tracks, he adds a little different element to. He adds it like a which, yeah, that was a terrible impression, and I'm sorry for that. But overall, though, besides adding that into the last 2 songs, it's basically the same style. Still, it sounded great to me. Overall, this is just a solid slab of brutal death metal. While I would have liked some vocal variety, it still works for the overall sound of the album, I think. I think he's got a really good style of vocals, and he uses it well. Like I said, throwing in those, I'm not even going to do that impersonation again. Those different vocals in the last couple songs was a nice little touch. But yeah, like I said, overall he uses the same standard, low growl and roar throughout the whole thing, which it works. It works from the Meathook sound. So overall, I give this album an 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. If you love good old school style brutal death metal, you can't go wrong with a new Meathook. So yeah, definitely check these guys out. That is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.